doesn't know this song.
I don't. This is Blair's party. I was just invited.
All right, you guys, hop on. Tell me if you know this song. We're a little early. We might not have anybody joining us live. It's 6:30. People are like eating dinner. We had to fit it in tonight. We're super busy this week. All right, here we go. Got one less problem without you. Got one less problem. All right, guys. Well, we're so excited that you guys are hopping on here and joining us tonight. And as you hop on, let us know where you're joining us from. I love that song. I'm going to tell you guys why in just a second. But we ended with, I got one less problem without you. And here's what I want to say tonight. As we start off and we share with you guys about she said, he heard, she meant, 3 ways to get it right in your communication. Here's what happens quite often in relationships.
Trying to share.
I know, Ryan's trying to share this out. What happens quite often in relationships is you're like, one less problem if I just handle it myself. I'm just going to do it all myself, right? And what ends up happening over time, if you think it's one less problem without the other person, you can do it all yourself, what begins to happen?
I don't know.
You're not listening to me. So if you try to do it all yourself, like I'm trying to do this live right now by myself because I'm not really sure what Ryan's doing. He literally hit a share button. But okay.
I did hit share.
Okay, so if you're trying to do it all by yourself and you are always trying to do it by yourself, right, what's going to happen is you're going to have resentment. You're going to be frustrated. Yeah, we're live.
I'm so a minute and a half late.
So if you continue to always do it yourself and think it's one less problem if I don't include my other, then I'm just going to handle it all myself. What ends up happening, you build up resentment, frustration, and then you will explode. So instead, tonight, we're going to be talking all about how to communicate correctly, 3 steps to get it right in communication, and get rid of that she said, he heard, she meant problem, because that happens quite often, right?
It's so funny because what you said we were doing
he didn't hear it
on
right.
Communication, I heard something totally different.
Oh, that's interesting. So what did you hear?
This will be interesting. I thought we were doing a different live, honestly.
Awesome.
3 tips on how to communicate. I will give a great example, though. This is awesome. So we've been apart all day, and I was taking Jeremiah somewhere, and you sent me a text, and it said, want to play some rummy when you get home. So that's what she said. What I heard is that, hey, we have some spare time. It's been a while. You know what I'm saying. But what did you actually mean?
Let's play a game of rummy.
Let's play a game of rummy.
I don't have time for that. I literally have enough time to play.
Anyway, so that's a great example. That's why I was trying.
Hilarious. All right,
let's get to it.
So tonight, the reason we want to share these 3 tips with you is they're so simple and easy. And if you can just learn these 3 steps, keep them in your mind, write them down in notes in your phone so you master them, you will see that this will continue to help you not only with your relationship, with your marriage, but also with people that you work with, with your kids, with friends. It just makes life so much easier when you can communicate in a clear way. And I love the beginning of this title that we put, she, because we've done a lot of pictures on this, right? Yeah. We've done some really funny graphics on this. We've done some funny GIFs on this. So if you have your own, like where you sometimes say things like Ryan said before, like I literally meant let's just play a game of rummy, right? But he heard like, ooh, maybe we have some time for hanky panky. So
because we hear what we want to hear.
We hear what we want to hear.
Like so I really did hear that.
Right.
Especially in text messages.
Put it below in the comments, like some of the things that you guys have miscommunicated on, right? You said something, but they heard it a different way. And what did you really mean? We love seeing this. They crack us up.
So funny.
All right. So if you're just jumping on, my name's Blair Critch.
I'm Ryan Critch.
Ryan.
We are
Better Together.
That's our hashtag.
Yes, and we are part of Marriage Movement. If you haven't joined our group, you're going to want to be a part of it because right now we are right in the middle of a fun 21-day hashtag Better Together challenge where you can grow closer to your spouse and make sure they know how important they are.
Or if they're not married and just anybody in a serious relationship.
Yep, absolutely.
Get back to doing the small things that turn into big things that mean the most. Right?
So true. So make sure you hit this share button if you feel like what we're talking about tonight, these 3 tips to get it right in communication would be helpful for anybody else. We'll give you a shout out if you share us. I promise.
Drop some hearts if you love Blair's hair.
I got
love your hair
keratin
like
today.
that. It's very nice. Look
Yeah.
at that. I just noticed.
They
Your
call
hair
it
looks nice.
Relaxer.
Your hair
Thanks.
looks nice, babe.
Thanks. I appreciate
Welcome.
it. All right, so we're going to get this party started. So here's the 3 tips that we're going to be sharing with you guys. We're going to use this example, okay, because it just seems to be like the best one. I read it from an article a couple years ago from a mommy article, and I think it's one of the best ones because it happens quite often.
Do I know this
You
one?
send your, yeah, we've
Okay.
done this. We've
Oh.
talked through this. You just aren't remembering. Okay, so
All right,
the
I'm
message is, let's say I sent Ryan a message and it said, tonight, dinner at 8, right?
Awesome, babe. I'll be ready.
Okay, or dinner at 7. Sorry. Hey, babe, dinner at 7, right? Okay, maybe a couple days ago we talked about how he was going to be in charge of dinner tonight or something like that. But by sending that message, and at the end of it I said, right, he's going to message back and be like, okay, awesome,
I'll be ready.
right? But in his mind, he's thinking, what?
I'm thinking I'll be ready
Yeah.
to eat.
Okay, she means I
7.
need to be here. I need to
Home,
be
ready
home,
to eat, and hungry.
ready to eat at 7, so I don't eat something before then, right?
Yes.
Make sure I'm here in the house. What I meant was you're going to have dinner ready for us at 7, right?
Mm.
So see where the miscommunication comes in. So instead of both of us being frustrated and annoyed, instead of
And
me
hungry.
and hungry and hangry,
Angry.
instead of that happening, you got to make sure that your questions, number one, that you are asking follow-up questions and that you're speaking clearly, right? So instead of me saying dinner at 7 p.m., right? I would say something like, excited to have dinner with you tonight at 7 p.m. Are you going to be able to get dinner prepared and ready by 7?
And I would say, I thought you were going to make dinner.
So by asking a question like that, or you could even say, are you going to be able to handle preparing all of dinner? Do you need me to grab something on the way home to go with it? Or what were you planning to make tonight? I'm so curious. Can't wait. Those kind of questions allow for the other person to process it and be like, whoa, wait a minute, this isn't going to work tonight. I can't make dinner tonight. There's something else going on. Or,
True.
yeah, awesome. I totally forgot I was making dinner tonight. I'm going to get that done.
Me making dinner would be stopping somewhere.
Yes, for Ryan, it's stopping.
Or Uber
somewhere.
Eats.
I'm super curious. Do you guys have men in your house that cook? Because it seems like almost everybody I know is husband cooks except like 3. And Austin, you might be one of the 3 that does not cook.
Can they hit a golf ball 320? Right in the middle?
Why is that what you and Austin can do? Very excited
Well, I
for you
can.
two.
I think Austin's 310.
Well, I would rather you make dinner.
Oh, all right. Well,
Can't do it
busted.
all.
Can't
I
do it
really
all.
can't make dinner either, people. So that's what the funny part is. Okay. So going back, step number 1 is asking follow-up questions. Asking the kind of questions that will make the other person have to respond. Now, it's not an accusatory. Like, you are making dinner tonight at 7,
Right.
correct? Here's the
Don't-
difference between that.
No passive aggressive.
Right.
That will not get the outcome
Instead,
you want.
exactly. Instead, it's, hey, babe, what were you thinking about making tonight for dinner? We're eating at 7, right? Can't wait to see what you make.
Mhm.
Or, hey, babe, are you going to be able to prepare all the parts of dinner, or do you need me to grab some of it on the way home for our 7 o'clock meal? All of those are reminding the person that they're in charge of dinner,
They're responsible.
but asking a question that's going to require them to think it through.
Love it.
Right?
And the other side of that is when Blair says, hey, be ready for dinner at 7, I could say, oh, that's awesome. Are you cooking or do you need me to grab something? So it's a two-way street. So if I'm not 100% clear, I've gotten better at asking follow-up questions just to make sure that I know exactly what I'm supposed to do.
I love that. And I'm going to point out something else while we're on number 1. We're still on number 1.
Still number 1.
Still number 1. But I want to point out this. I hear so often, and a couple girls are going to be giggling because they're going to know it was them this week, from women who, you know, need somebody to vent to. And I usually end up saying to them, he's not a mind reader. You need to explain that to him. Or they'll say, I'm so frustrated. I'm doing this, and he's just sitting there. He's not a mind reader. You need to ask for help. You need to be specific. You need to ask for the things. I don't want Ryan thinking that I know what he's thinking all the time. Like that whole rummy situation by text. Like, I literally meant, let's play a game of rummy.
If you guessed that all the time, you'd be right 98% of the time.
What?
If you guessed that I was thinking about having sex with you, 98%
Yeah,
of the time you'd be right.
But you're messing up my whole point right now.
Sorry.
But my whole point is that we don't want to have to guess what the other person needs, or like hoping that that we're like, oh, they should just know. Ryan should know what I need all the time. Ryan should know that I need this. Ryan should know I'm too busy for that tonight. Ryan should know this and that, right? No, instead you have to be able to speak it. That's what a true adult relationship is about. It's not about a fairy tale and hoping and that you have this, you know, princess or Prince Charming that's going to know everything you're thinking all the time. That leads to frustrations. And I'll guarantee you it will lead to ending friendships if you think that of your friends. It will ruin business relationships, and it will 100% ruin your marriage.
Definitely hurts.
Yep. All right. Number 1 was ask follow-up questions. Number 2 is confirm by repeating it back. Okay. Some of you might be laughing right now because you're like, that's so easy, right? But it's so true. So you're confirming it by repeating back. So with the 7 p.m. dinner thing, it's, okay, great. Can't wait to eat whatever you make tonight. I'll see you at 7.
Yes, I will have dinner ready for you at 7.
Right? You want to give the great example of Jeremiah in the shirt today?
Yes.
That was a great example.
That was a great example. So my first text was, hey, when you go pick up Noah, can you bring Jeremiah a shirt for workout?
Which made me confused because I thought Ryan
Right.
was taking him to workout.
Right.
So I forgot what I said.
So then the next one said Jeremiah needs a shirt for workout. And then Blair said,
I said, Jeremiah needs one for workout. I said, yes, bring Jeremiah a shirt, question
and
mark.
then here is the repeating it back. Yes. So you are bringing Jeremiah a shirt for workout. It
And
was
I said,
crystal clear.
Yes.
Everybody on the same page. Jeremiah didn't have to go shirtless at workout.
Oh, that would have been
It was
awful.
a win-win-win.
Poor guy. That would have been horrible.
That's how we confirm by repeating it back.
Nice example.
But I think you have examples too. Is that it?
Yeah, no, that was
All right,
it. That
sweet.
was great. Okay, so ask follow-up questions. Confirm by repeating it back.
Yep.
And then the third one is, you know what? No blame game if it doesn't happen. So what if we both showed up tonight at 7 o'clock and neither one of us had made dinner, right? We'd both be a little hangry, but instead of yelling at each other, getting into an argument, placing the blame game, we both accept responsibility. Because did we ask those follow-up questions? Did we confirm by repeating it back? Probably not, and that's where it happened. It reminds me a lot of when people are frustrated in the morning with their morning routine and their family, and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get my family out the door. Well, really, you have to accept responsibility for what led up to that moment, right? It started the night before. So no blame game, 100% responsibility for both people.
Yep.
And I always love Ryan's motto. He's
Laugh it off.
way better at it than me.
Just laugh it off.
Laugh it off. I have a really hard time with that.
You
but I
can't
really try.
do anything about it. Just laugh it off. It's over. You can go back and rehash it. Hey, can you be more clear next time? This is what I thought you meant. You know, if you could do this. But just laugh it off. And then find a solution. And then, next time you'll follow these 2 tips, really. 2 tips are preventative. And
One
then
is what to
and
do,
then the
yeah.
third tip is what to do when it happens, because it definitely will happen.
Sometimes, yeah, for sure.
Sometimes.
So true.
That's it. Don't play the blame game.
Say that 3 times.
Don't play the blame game. Don't play the blame game. Don't play the blame game. You say it.
Don't play the game. Don't play the game.
Right,
I
right,
can't.
right.
I speak really fast as it is. We don't need to add any speed to that because it just would sound crazy. Okay. Well, guys, that's it for tonight.
Just
we wanted
quickie.
to make sure
That was a quickie.
Blair
Blair quickie.
Yep. We want to make
No.
sure you guys got all the information on the 3 tips to getting your communication right with the she said, he heard, she meant philosophy. All right, guys, we
Absolutely.
hope you have a great night and realize that you truly are better
Together.
together. And we hope you join us in Marriage Movement. If you want more information about that, drop below. And thanks for those of you that are sharing.
Yes,
Have
we're
a
going to
great
play
night.
Rummy.